When I first saw Bodhi, my heart sank. He's 9 months old and he was kept in a dark stall, tied to a wall for 4 months. He was so scared, he struggled to walk.
And his owner was going to sell him to the meat trade.
I needed to do everything I could to get him out of there. It was really difficult to get him in the trailer because he was just in such shock. He hadn't seen the light, and then all of a sudden he's supposed to walk into darkness again. It took some time and coaxing, but he went in. Once he got in the stall, he was basically frozen. He was so terrified of people, especially hands. So most of my work in the beginning was just being near him. And then I had to work on being able to touch his face.
But we're getting there.
He saw that I was patient and willing to wait for him. Once we built that trust, everything else just started falling into place. Bodhi started following me. And every time I called him, he would come back to me. He would have his head over me, maybe I would scratch his chest. And it was the most special, amazing feeling ever. I started seeing like little bursts of zoomies. Bodhi started meeting like all of my other horses and developed this brotherhood, which was really beautiful. He had the happiness of Gandhi or something. He was just glowing. Everything transformed. It was like from black to white. After owning Bodhi for about 2 years, in winter, he started to colic. I actually had multiple vets out and we did try to save him, but unfortunately he passed away. The most special thing about Bodhi is his resilience. Bodhi's journey inspired me to rescue horses. And I am so happy and grateful that I was able to make that last part of his life just beautiful.
Hey, Mama. Where are we?
When she first arrived, I couldn't touch her past her front shoulder.
Come here. Come on, sweet kid. Yep, come here.
But something really called to me to help her, especially the fact that she was pregnant.
Hi, beautiful.
In her auction video, she just seemed so sweet but scared when that guy was using a whip to try to get her to move. How could someone do that to any animal, but especially a pregnant animal?
Are you happy it's off? Never again.
She had 3 legs to her journey. She went from Texas to Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Good girl.
And the next day, she arrived in Utah, and it was super exciting. There's an old saying that a horse forgives, but they never forget. So it's been a lot of patience, taking things slow and letting her choose when she wants to do stuff.
Hi, Jupiter. What you doing, honey?
And she started to show her personality a couple days in of me going and spending time with her. Her favorite activity is rolling. I've never seen a horse roll so much in my life. I'm sure with the pregnancy as well, it feels so good to move the belly around. So she's been settling in pretty well.
How'd it feel? Was that a really, really good roll?
But there's definitely been difficulties with other horses. If we're walking down the barn, she'll pin her ears back. She'll neigh back to see where the other horses are at. But it's pretty natural for them to want to be away from the herd when they're close to having their baby.
You like your brand new jacket? Yeah?
Every day when I arrive at the barn, she has her head over her stall door and greets me. She's been trusting me more to groom her, to touch her all over. I probably spend 3 to 5 hours a day at the barn. And when the baby comes, I know I'm going to be there probably 8 hours a day.
Her waterless bath is done. Now we are going in the arena, and I'm sure she's going to roll. Come on.
It brightens my day so much to see her. And I really hope her story inspires people. I may have rescued her, but I think she's also been saving me as well. When the baby comes, I hope I can make it a safe place where that baby grows up with kindness.
Can I help you? Yeah, that's my foot.
Rudnick is just the sweetest horse when he's around me. There's times when he can be a complete goofball. And then other days, he's just completely mellow.
What are you doing?
Now we're going into 5 years together, and the relationship we have today is nothing that I could have ever imagined. The first day I saw him was at the rescue. He was a little underweight. His mane was full of burrs. He had chunks of hair falling out. He was scared of people. But there was something in his eyes. I just knew I had to bring him home. Those first couple of months were really difficult. He didn't want anything to do with me. He was going as far away from me as he could. And that was something that was going to take us a long time to work on.
Yeah, I deserve that.
The biggest thing in the early days was basically to show him I was harmless. I would just sit on the ground in the middle of the field and let him sniff around me. I was very much trying to give him his space. It was like a baby step at a time. There was one time we were walking and I was just letting him do his thing. He was getting to explore. And he would let me walk up to him and very carefully could I touch him. It was probably one of the best moments in my life. He realized I wasn't going to hurt him. After that first touch, that's truly when everything changed.
Oh, hi. What you doing?
He was definitely more excited to be spending time around me.
Hi! Don't eat me! I don't have anything for you.
Now everything is fun.
Excuse you. Hey!
You're doing so good.
We're riding together. We play together.
You miss me?
He can go and run and play with his 9 other horsey friends. But he stays at the gate and he hangs out with me. Ever since I adopted Rudnick, my life has been completely different. He was definitely the most difficult horse I've ever worked with, but he made it so worth it in the end.
When Ty first met Coda, we all held our breath like, what would he do next? Ty has been blind his entire life and he never knew another horse. So we let him out on the paddock, very nervous something could go wrong. But what happened next surprised us. Coda let him touch Notice. And just a second later, they started grazing together like long lost friends. It moved me to tears, knowing how much Ty had faced. Ty was born with no eyes. And his owner was ready to sell Ty as a wedding horse. When we got a call about him, we knew he wouldn't make it without our help. So we stepped in immediately and brought him to our sanctuary. From day one, he was the sweetest. He had no fear around people. And whenever you got near, he would lean in for a hug. But no matter how much love we gave him, he still missed his mom. You could tell how lonely he was. We tried to introduce him to our other horses, yet every time we'd fail. After a few laps on the paddock, he would go away and hide in his stall.
Okay, my love.
It was heartbreaking, and we were like, let's give it a final shot. And that's when we got Coda in. He's 27 and his owners gave up on him. He was so skinny, you could see his ribs poking out. But he had this calm and peaceful nature, almost like a grandpa. He began watching over Ty and soothing him if he felt nervous around other horses. I think that was exactly what he needed, so he took to Coda in no time. They love hanging out in the paddock and eating side by side. Not a day goes by without hugs and kisses. There are times when Ty goes into I need space mode. But 30 minutes later, he starts calling out for Coda. And it's the two of them again. Ty and Coda's bond is something they'll never understand, and I don't think it will ever be broken. It brings me so much joy to see them find peace in each other. Bringing Coda to Ty was one of the best decisions I ever made.
Honestly, I was doubtful that Benny would ever bond with any human.
It's okay, good boy.
He had been to so many bad places, he didn't know what was happening. And in that first week, he escaped. I can't even remember how. The rest of the herd saw him and they kind of joined up. I was standing there not even knowing what to do. But it was so beautiful to see him run. That moment, when I saw the herd running with him, that's when I knew he's going to be herd leader.
Look at them.
I knew we couldn't let him go. We had to save him. Benny was rounded up as a wild horse and spent the next 2 years in being dumped by owners. In the end, a woman paid to get him out but had nowhere to send him. And I initially said that we would just quarantine Benny. He was pretty shut down. I remember he did not want to get off the trailer.
Good job. Come on, buddy.
Over the next few days, I was just watching him, just sitting with him, not trying to touch him.
Good boy. You're a good boy. It's okay.
He walked very stiff. He would not make eye contact. And I thought, there's no way this horse is 6 years old. We figured out that he was closer to 15, which means he was a wild horse who's never been touched before. I would just approach him very slowly, let him know that I wasn't going to hurt him. And then suddenly he just started to open up. And we were seeing little glimmers of his personality. And it was such a huge moment that he was letting me brush his tail and he wasn't feeling threatened.
Who's the champion of getting their tail brushed? For the first time likely ever.
Even though he's come so far, underneath all that, he's still a wild Mustang.
Hello, Benny. Hi. Hi, sweet guy.
After his quarantine, we put him in with the herd right away.
It's time for breakfast.
So I would purposefully bring another horse in front of his stall and let him watch me. Because if he sees me interacting with another horse and it's calm and it's pleasant, every morning the herd comes in for breakfast.
Hello, also handsome.
Benny is the first horse now to come in, and he lets me give him a little pat. Benny is a completely different horse. When I look at the photos from his first day, you can tell that he knows this is his home.
Hi.
The progress he has made over the past 2 years is worth every effort.